Hey YouTube, it's Tams, the Wicked Witch. Welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'd just do a really quick how-to video, how to make circle salt, so that you've got it at hand all the time for when you're casting your circles within Witchcraft. So this is really easy and it's just really useful and really handy to have this, you know, in the cupboard ready, so that when you wish to do your spell work, cast a circle for whatever reason, ritual, whatever, it's there ready for you. I always have some blessed and ready in a jar, and I just thought I'd show you. It's quick, it's simple, and it's cheap. There's nothing to it. So first of all, you need a jar. You don't have to have expensive stuff. This is actually a mason jar, or whatever you call them, at the pound shop. So it was £1, and it's never been used. So as we sit here, I'm just going to light my sage and remove any unwanted, sorry, the flame is flickering on my camera. We're going to cleanse it, basically. We're going to cleanse the jar. So in case you don't know how to do that, I always make sure that we fill up the jar full of as much smoke as possible. And you can just put your good intentions in there if you wish to. Sometimes draw out a pentagram with the sage smudger, which would look like that. Just make sure that the jar is nice and cleansed, because it has been in a shop and it's gathered up a lot of negative energy. So we're just going to put that there and hope that we don't get smoked out. So we have our jar. We've had our good intentions to cleanse the jar, and you can basically do that as you wish. You know, some people like to say it out loud, some people like to say it in their head. You can do whatever you like. So for circle salt, I use just crappy table salt, which was about 50p. Whoops, you don't need to spend a lot of money on the salt, it doesn't matter. So for circle salt, I just use table salt. You don't need to use anything other than that. And I fill up the jar with the salt. So basically it's just a case of blessing this salt, and then that's you. I mean, you can go back and re-bless it if you wish to. You know, if you've had it a long time and you want to keep going back and putting good intentions in there and things like that, that's up to you. You can do that. You don't need loads in there. I'll just show you with that amount. We've got our salt in there. So in mine, I always put a sprig of rosemary, and this is out of my garden, and it smells lovely. It's not dried, it's fresh. People might have their own views on this, but this is what I do. So these are just my humble opinions and what I do. So, you know, you can take it with a pinch of salt, or I had to get that one in. Yeah, in goes the rosemary. And I also put in a small amethyst chip. Okay, so not anything expensive, just a little amethyst chip, and that would go in too. So we have amethyst chip, rosemary sitting on top of the salt. So then over the top of the salt, like this, I hold my hands around the jar like this, and then I would put in my intentions. So as I go quiet now, and you would be obviously doing the same, you'd be visualizing the blessing of this salt, and you're putting in good intentions. It's going to be a protection salt for your circle when you're casting. You don't want negative things coming through your circle. This is protection. So your intent that's going in here needs to be nice and strong, and you know, we get that in there. Obviously it would take me longer, but I'm not going to sit here in silence and bore you with that. I would then do perhaps with either my finger or with my wand or with my afame. I would do a pentagram over the top. With my wand, I would do a pentagram in the circle, and I would say the following: I bless thee, creature of salt. Please guard and watch over my circle. I'd say it perhaps a couple of 3 times, and then I would shut the lid And that's it. You've got circle salt for the next 3 months, 4 months, maybe longer, all depending how much you need. And that's it. That's really simple, really easy. You don't need to spend loads of money. You spent 50p on the salt. You don't even need to buy a brand new jar. Just I needed one, but you could have anything that you've collected from the kitchen and washed up, because let's face it, get loads of glass jars and some of them are quite cool. I tend to save like the mint sauce ones and all that. They're really excellent for all your herbs and things, and you don't need to spend loads of money. A little bit of sage, a tiny little crystal chip. You could put a quartz crystal in if you wished. I put amethyst in mine, and a little sprig of rosemary. If you didn't have growing rosemary, you could obviously buy a little piece in the shop and put yourself a little piece in. So yeah, that's it. You've got blessed circle salt probably for 5 or 6 months, all depending on how much you've done, and brilliant, all done, dusted in the cupboard, and you haven't got to do it every time you want to cast a circle. Little bit of witchcraft on a budget for you. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more things like this, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and comment below. It's nice to see you again. Thank you for coming back to the channel. See you soon. Take care. Bye.